This playthrough is rated M for mature. That intro was short and sweet, but this game isn't. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with a new game from our library, and this time it's The Longest Journey by Funcom, created in 1999. Funcom is a Norwegian-based company that made The Longest Journey as well as Dreamfall The Longest Journeys, which is kind of like a spiritual sequel to this game. This game is supposedly one of the longest point-and-click adventures of all time, spanning 50-plus hours with convoluted puzzles and adventures that span everywhere from modern suburbia to far-off lands. And we take the journey of a young 18-year-old April Ryan along our journey. We have ourselves the credits we can already look at. Begin the journey starts the game. Continue journey loads. End journey ends the game. Skip book of secrets is stuff we learn over the course of the game. There's nothing in it right now, but there will fill up later. Also, we could go to the game settings and change some of the settings to high quality mode. Back in the day where you had regular computers or high fast machines, nowadays anything can play anything from this time period. We also put up subtitles, special effects, shadow, high quality video, and enabling time skip, which allows you to press escape and skip through cutscenes and stuff like that. Here you can set up the voice acting with the little face here on the voice lines. You can set music with this trumpet here, and then this little blitz here is sound effects. Hopefully I've set it up to where it's a good reasonable sound without having to mess with the volume too much. But oh yeah, in this game itself, since it was made in the early 2000s, obviously 1999, it suffers from a lot of PC games at that time where they're very blocky. Some of them worked well, ones that were more aesthetically designed, like cartoony or whatever, but ones that try to be more realistically kind of aged a little bit poorly. So what I did is I downloaded a fan-made HD mod for this game. I don't know the exact people who made it, but I do have the link where it is, so I'm going to put that in the playlist description as well as the video description. I'm also going to link where I bought the game. I bought it from GOG.com is where I got it from, but you could get it from Steam or whatever. But to mod the game, you can't just use the standard application. The way I did is I used the ScemVM program, which what it is, it's an emulation program that allows you to play point-and-click adventure games and stuff like that, but allows you to modify them as well. I used that for like Indiana Jones. Actually, a lot of games that you use old point-and-click adventure games, they actually use emulation programs like ScemVM to utilize it in the first place. Right now, the latest version of it, which by the time it's recording is 2.9, which should be able to have everything fixed for it. But if you go to the website with the HD mod, it tells you specifically what you need to do to mod. It's actually not that difficult at all. You think modding and you have to do a lot of complicated things. Maybe you have to do it with most modern games, but the older games, not so much. So it's a lot easier. But yeah, what the HD mod does is it overlays the textures in the game to smooth them out a bit more but make them a little bit more like they flow a little bit better instead of like some upscaling mods that will like use AI or whatever that all they do is just smooth things out but don't actually touch it up at all. The cutscenes do the same thing. They polish them up a little bit, but so they're not as grainy. It's not perfect, but it makes the game a little bit more nicer looking overall. Yeah, other than that, let's actually begin The Longest Journey with but a single step.
So, you've come to hear me tell a story, have you?
If you please, we would love to hear one of your stories. You have seen so much. You have lived so long.
Oh, so good of you to remind me of my age, child. No, don't worry. I am an old woman, but I've lived a long and fulfilling life, and I do have stories to tell. Which story would you like to hear?
A true one. A true story.
All my stories are true, child. There are enough fairy tales in the worlds already. There's no need for me to make up more, believe me.
Tell us the story of the balance, then.
You want the story of the balance? Oh, that's a long story, child, and not one I'd venture to tell at this hour. But perhaps I could tell you a story that I heard a long time ago. A A story that became a crucial turning point in the history of the balance. And that set in motion wheels that to this day are still turning.
Please, yes, that does sound like a story we'd like to hear.
Very well. This story, like all good stories, begins where it ends, in a tower, in a realm that is no more.
Don't tell me I'm dreaming again.
You know, for once, just once, it would be nice to have a decent night's sleep without waking up screaming from a bad dream at 4 a.m.
Yeah, you can either tell this is a dream or a nightmare because she's in her underwear. Ooh. Yep, this is April Ryan. She's the main character of our story, and looks like she's stuck in a dream. The mechanics of this game are pretty straightforward. This arrow here, if you click it, she'll move. If you double-click it, she'll run. And as long as it's clear like this, you can basically point to an area and go to it. If there's anything on screen you can interact with, it'll show an eye, or it'll show like a thick blue arrow. I'll show that off later, but so if this eye is here, I'll show a description of the item, and then you could click on it. Sometimes you'll have a couple things to say.
There's a storm heading this way. Even the weather sucks in my dreams. I feel so charmed.
You must be a very happy person in real life.
Storm's coming. You know, that should really have been my cue to wake up.
Aren't you supposed to like pinch yourself or jump off in the dream or something like that?
Storm's coming.
Okay.
You know, it's a pristine and picture-perfect dawn. It's a pristine and postcard pretty. Real life never looked this good.
I don't know, man. Have you ever been to like the Grand Canyon and stuff like that? I think you're missing out, lady. Then again, she lives in a different world. Well, she lives in a world from ours, but this is like one of those far off, well, maybe not far off future, but in a future with flying cars and stuff like that. So if it usually says the same thing, she'll give usually the same response for it. So I don't think there's anything else to interact with here. So
I'm in my undies. That's so not appropriate.
but you're in a dream. That shouldn't matter, right? Because you're the only person you're caring about is either yourself or your fourth wall breaking. You're staring at me. Don't stare at me, April. I'm only staring at you. Oh, maybe that's creepier than I expected it to be.
I'm in my undies.
Okay. Wait, let's.
So not appropriate.
All right, let's look around.
What's happening? Oh, perfect. I guess if I don't do something to save that egg, I'll suffer 7 years of bad karma or something.
I thought that was a mirror or something like that. I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, if the blue arrow turns to like this kind of like, I don't know what you want to call it, a thicker blue arrow or whatever, you can actually interact with the thing. So if you click on it, it'll show 3 icons. Eye for looking, hand with the almost the Star Trek like live on peace sign, and then there would be a mouth here, but you can't do anything with that. So
It looks reptilian, but it can't be. It's much too big, and I don't much care for reptiles.
she must have watched Jurassic Park or something like that. Well, after watching that, I wouldn't care much for reptiles either.
Did that sound come from the egg? Boy, that's some chick. I don't think I can get a good grip on it. It's too big and slippery, and I might drop it by accident.
I don't know why you care about that in a dream, but okay.
Lucky thing the egg got caught between those roots. It's a long way down.
What's at the end of the thing, I wonder?
Lucky thing the egg got caught between... It's a very big egg. It's a very big egg. No, I might drop it. There's got to be some other way to get it back into the nest. No, I might drop it. There's got to be some other way to get it back into the nest. It's a nest, padded with large scales, very large scales. For some strange reason, I have a feeling I should get the hell out of here before the tenants return.
Normally that would be the case.
It's a nest, padded...
Okay. I can press escape to skip through it. I almost forgot to do that, so.
This is interesting. I've never seen a scale this size before.
Alright, if we grab
I'll
something...
keep it as a souvenir.
Sorry. When items get added, they get added to our inventory, so we can click here to check on it. We can also right-click to do the same thing. I like how there's a hand here for the description. We can also go up here to go to options, same thing as before, except we can also video replay cutscenes. We can also look through conversations during certain chapters and stuff like that, and set game settings and stuff like that. But anyway, let's take a look at this thing.
It's a large, slick, and somehow disturbingly reptilian scale.
I mean, it's reptilian. How could it be disturbing if it's reptilian? I guess reptiles are disturbing, I guess.
Scaly.
Yes.
Scaly.
Okay. And if you grab it, uses it for looking around, so.
I'm an artist, not a botanist, but I'm pretty certain this tree is dead, or close to it.
Sad. It's such a sad little tree. Couldn't be a Christmas tree, could it?
Something happened to this rock quite recently, and it probably altered the course of the stream. Hey, maybe that's why the tree's dying.
Poor little tree.
Something happened to the...
Okay. Same thing there. Then you can also check the stream.
Something happened to this rock quite recently, and it...
Oh.
Fresh mountain water. Back in the real world, they'd probably charge $15 a bottle for this.
She's supposed to be in the future, too. We're close to that, viewers. We're really close.
Something happened...
Okay, just making sure you get the...
Fresh mountain water.
Delicious. Except, you probably shouldn't drink from fresh mountain water, because who knows what's been in that water. You need some iodine to clean that sucker up.
It's as dry as a bone. It'd probably snap right off in a second.
Then why don't we do that, then? Yoink!
Oh, the suffering we must endure.
What?
Why do you take such pleasure in torturing us?
Torturing you? Who are you?
We are the voice of all trees, the spirit of wood and leaf.
You're a talking tree?
No, a tree does not talk. At least not in your tongue. The tongue of trees is the language of wood, root, and leaf.
Who are you then?
Like we said, we are the voice of all trees. Whenever an injustice is done, we must speak for the tree if we are present.
It's the branch. I shouldn't have broken the branch off.
Oh, what does it matter anyway? There is nothing more to be done for us. We are simply here to provide comfort in the final passing to Earth.
We? I only see one of you.
We are one with our host, as we are all one spirit, but legion.
Yeah, thanks for clearing that up.
We do not expect you to understand. You are human.
So this guy's a Venom Lorax, I guess, because he speaks for the trees. But anyway, the guy who voices this guy, he never voiced anything or did any other roles, and at least he never did any more voice acting roles after this. I don't know if he ever did anything afterwards. He could have been just someone they found in the office to voice it, but it doesn't sound that bad. Oh wait, no, never mind. This is yeah, that's the tree. So I was thinking of a different character. Never mind. This guy, the guy who voices the tree, is from a. He did some old voice acting back in the, or he did some old acting back in the 50s, I believe. He also did a couple of voice acting roles like this and a couple other things. I was thinking of another character we get later on. I'll look up his voice actor later. Same with April. The lady who voices April, but has definitely that nice deep voice going on with him.
What happened to the tree?
Oh, the pain. As the battle raged, we...
Battle?
Between the mother and Black Chaos. She was only protecting her child, but it would not back down, and the force of their battle shook the mountain. The brook that fed us was led astray, and without water, we began to wither and die.
Yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Black Chaos. That almost sounds like something like, what are the toughest colors of chaos are there? You know what I mean?
What's the deal with the egg?
Egg? What egg? Oh, of course, the child. Whenever the mother was absent, we were entrusted with the safety of the child. But now, withered and without strength, we can do nothing to help. We have failed the mother, and we despair. Our shame knows no bounds.
Who are you again?
We are the wood spirit. We come to all trees in the hour of great need to provide comfort and aid in the passing to Earth, and to give a voice to those who suffer. Our time is running out as we speak. The passing to Earth is about to begin. Leave us now.
What about the egg?
Oh, it is too late. Without sustenance, we do not have the strength to bring it safely home. We have failed, and the Earth will know our shame for all time to come.
Oh, well, sorry about that. Yeah, the way he talks about disappointing mom kind of sounds like a kid when they disappoint their parents or something like that. They feel really sad. And I can kind of get it. I can kind of get what he's feeling.
Are you always this glum?
We are here because it is too late. The passing has begun. Leave us, please.
Isn't there anything I can do to help?
Oh, we do not expect a human to come to our aid.
Lose the attitude, okay? Just tell me if there's anything I can do.
It is futile. We need water, but there is none. Not after the brook changed course.
I'll find a way. Don't panic.
We do not panic. Unlike you, we accept our destiny. If, however, against all odds, you do succeed, we will carry the child safely back into its nest. Do not make a foolish attempt on your own. It would spell certain misery.
So something we're supposed to, he says is almost impossible to solve. We'll solve in like 5 seconds, of course. But that's how it is.
I'm an artist, not a botanist, but I'm...
Anything else?
This is no time for idle conversation. We need water, so that we may live.
Ah, water, nectar of the gods. You'll soon feel strength and renewal flowing through you.
According to the, spirit, there was some kind of battle that split the rock and changed the course of the stream. Fresh mountain water.
So there's a couple ways you can solve this. Well, a couple ways, and it's just the way you present the situation. So let me go and save it. Yeah, these are my concept files just to test out recording purposes and stuff like that. So you can either set the... Oh yeah, let's look at the branch we got too.
It's the withered limb of a dying tree. I feel so guilty. I really do.
Now, is it like pulling off an arm, or is it more like pulling off a fingernail? Because, you know, there's a difference.
It's a dry branch.
Ah.
It's a dry branch.
Okay. Anyway, we can grab it. So we can do a couple things. We can either put the branch on the stream and create it that way. Let me show you. Yeah, if you can usually use something on something, it'll highlight it. Like if it doesn't have anything, I'll show you. Nothing happens. So this is one of those games where she'll have unique dialogue if you click on something with something that can't be used. It just won't do anything. So it has to be like I hate trying to point this stream now. Anyway, yeah, it'll like flash when you can do it.
I'm not entirely certain what grand purpose this is supposed to serve, but it sure looks like I know what I'm doing.
And then you can use the scale on it. There it is.
This should do the trick.
Okay, we'll skip that really quick just because I want to show off that. So let me reload really quick. Yeah, if you press escape, you can skip cutscenes. So the other way to do it is to just combine the two together. Actually, let me check something really quick. Can you actually use this on the fountain before it? Oh, I guess you can. You can do it in 2 different ways.
I'll lose my balance and fall if I have to hold the scale like this. I need something to support it with.
I thought there was dialogue if you did that, so. Oops. I don't know if every single reaction she gets, but like I said, in most cases it doesn't give you that. But anyway, you can also combine the two together.
I think I just made a funnel. Cool! I'm so proud of myself.
I am so smart. I am so smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T. Anyway.
It's a funnel. Granted, it's primitive, but it's handcrafted and I used only organic ingredients.
Oh, she's one of those people. Fun. No, I'm just kidding.
This should do the trick.
Ooh, now he's got a face that only a mother could love.
Neat. My arts and crafts teacher would be so very proud of me.
If I could make a pot with clay, then I can move a stream. Although I was in Boy Scouts, I could easily do something like this.
According to the...
Okay. Anyway, let's take a look at the tree.
Talk about instant rehab.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he's on anything. No drugs, no nothing. He's clean and ready to go. So, alright. Anyway, now we can talk to him.
Talk about instant...
Okay, just making sure. Okay, so after we do that, we now set up the end of the prologue. So all we have to do is talk to the tree and set up everything. So what will the dream show us about the truth? And what does the reality for April really lead us to? A happy-go-lucky world, or a girl just trying to work out to survive? Find it next time in the next episode of The Longest Journey. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.
Hello? Hello?
Leave us be.
Are you okay?
We find our strength returned, and so we have no time for idle conversation. We must drink and rejoice.
Aren't we forgetting something?
Hush, listen. The song of ancient wood. Is it not sweet?
Sweet, definitely. Yeah. The baby's probably ready to boogie down as well.
The baby. Oh, the egg. Thank the earth. We almost forgot.
Uh-oh. What? What was that? Uh-oh.
It is you. You have come.
You know me?
April, daughter, I have been waiting for you.
Waiting? Why?
Because it begins here, with you, as it always has.
What do you mean?
The breach and the mending, the pain and the joy, the end of the old and the dawn of the new. A different world. I am the mother of what is, but you are the mother of a future that may yet be.
How will I know? How will I know what to do?
I will guide you, and I will protect you as much as I can. But in the end, you are on your own.
I'm afraid.
You always were, my child, my daughter.
This is probably not a good thing.